Uh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, we are back for round two.
Visited again by John Parker. And joining us now is Tom Books on some Yawgmoth.
Yeah, new deck for Tom.
Newly appropriated Yawgmoth.
You know what's not new to him, John? It's new decks.
That is not new to him at all. That is true. That is true.
Which, when I was in my heyday, that was true. Like, I don't think you ever saw me with the same deck like 2 weeks
I
in a
mean,
row.
I think that's true for anybody that really, like, I always building new shit. It's fun to have new
things.
things.
You get bored. You don't want to play the same thing every week. You want to play something different every week. I get it.
I've been playing the same shit for like 2 years now. That's why I had to start building new stuff.
Supposed to be a Birds of Paradise, but it looks like a sad bastard bird from like
It does look weird.
From one of the dead continents, you know?
Yeah. Bolt the
like
bird,
Australia
sucker.
Or Antarctica,
right.
Okay, it's gone.
Yeah, it's not very paradisey. It looks like some kind of like desert wasteland bird.
Yeah, it does.
Well, that bird is fucking dead now, so.
By far, my least favorite art of the Birds of Paradise, I think.
He's got the evolution, got another bird.
Hey, here's a better art of birds.
It's OG art. The OG. So he's holding up. He's going to flash in some bow mastering here, probably. He's got to. Got to be the one basic in the deck, I'd have to assume.
Inquisition.
Well, that's definitely going to get a flashed in bowmaster. All right, we should see. Ooh, one of my favorite tokens we've done. I really dig the bowmaster token. And so what's the take here? Probably the Eldritch. It's got to be the Eldritch, right?
He doesn't have a third land to play it next turn since he decided to skip on the birds. So, but he did go that route.
I mean, I definitely,
get it.
I get what you're saying too, though. It's always really effective to. Oh, is he playing the second one? No, he must be playing the second one.
Yeah, he's got another hand disruption spell. He's already
well then
he's already communicated. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean that's
he's taking a lot of damage from his lands, and all of a sudden the bowmaster looks a little better than what it did initially.
For sure.
Really awkward hand for Tom. Like he's gonna have a hard time like playing more than one spell a turn for the foreseeable future. He needs to get that. He probably just needs to take his medicine and get the birds down now.
Well, he can do.
Otherwise, he plays nothing. So
that's weird.
This
That
signals that
must
he's got
mean
another
a bowmaster. Yeah. I feel like going ahead and getting the board presence. Well, it's still board presence, I guess. So it doesn't really
I think
matter.
you just kind of need to advance at some point, but also like getting your hand stripped apart kind of blows.
Oh, it does. It's
so now the bowmaster didn't look good, right? So I think you'd prefer to
have had the bird.
Yeah, had a bird, and then next turn you could bowmaster. Like you could like chump with the 1/1 and then bowmaster into turn to.
This basic swamp has been kind of
it's been bad,
awful here.
I think they only play one, and this is why.
Yeah.
See, I think that like that's what's a little weird here is that like a 2/2 is not as good as two individual 1/1s.
Right.
All right, so he gets to play out his whole hand.
So that's something. That's something.
Yeah, and then the Yawgmoth actually makes a really nice jump blocker.
John is really low thanks to his aggressive thought seizing and hand disruption early. So.
And this actually isn't the best bowmaster matchup anyway because this deck doesn't really draw cards outside of the
no, its card advantage
outside of the
comes
Saga,
in a different form.
Or the what's the Red Saga, which they don't have to, right? It doesn't force them to draw cards.
No, exactly. Yeah, that's where like a bowmaster. There's been a lot of talk about like ban this card, fuck this card, but like it's really honestly pretty.
Yeah, empty.
There's a drink that's yours. It's still like a really fair card because it has moments of dead space. It's gonna have that. So John is got an uphill battle to climb here. A little bit. Tom, and that's the good thing about Yawg is that while it is a combo deck, it is also just a deck that plays a shit ton of really aggressive dudes.
I actually think that John's ahead here. Especially with that's what I was thinking. The fact that he can,
yeah.
My whole thought was he could go get that next turn, but he already has it in hand.
Now
so.
that does put him pretty ahead. That puts him way ahead. He gets to do this.
Is this a good time to do this?
I would not think so.
I mean, I guess it's setting him up for next turn.
It gives him delirium. Does it say until next turn?
I'm pretty sure it's
all that shit does usually. So let's bring that up. Let's bring that card back up. It's probably the last thing that was on there.
Yeah,
the end of your next turn. Those effects are so good.
I will say, Reese Anweiler, podcast teammate and league challenger, he had the best league deck this season, and there's a 2-mana red spell that's just exile the top 2 cards of your library until the end of your next turn.
Those effects are good, dude.
And I thought his deck, I was playing blue-black, he was playing red-blue, and I thought that the red was better than the black just because his draw was so much more efficient than mine with that. And it's he was able to play higher mana cost things because he was hitting his land drops every turn because of that card.
Yeah. Now that effect is really, really powerful.
No, it's super good.
Red card advantage, especially in the Age of Bowmaster, the red card advantage is kind of at a premium.
And it kind of sucks because red has always had the burn, and so they've always strayed from giving them card advantage. But they finally found a way to formulate red card advantage to where it seemed unique enough to red that they could get away with it.
And now it's just kind of becoming.
Yeah, now it's just the thing.
Now it's really good. It could easily get away from. Away and just be like, oh, this is amazing. Maybe this wasn't the right.
Why does all the black card draw have to lose you life? Why can't it be a drain? Wouldn't that make sense? A drain?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
4 mana instant speed. I draw 2 cards and drain you 2.
That's fucking that's really good. Though.
It's 4 mana. I don't think it's that good.
So I mean, okay, no, I agree. If you cost it appropriately, it's good. But putting a drain effect on card advantage. That's pretty fucking nuts. That's pretty good.
It is.
If you cost it appropriately.
Honestly, it's like the Shieldred. You could make it Shieldred's draw spell.
Sure, yeah. They've already set that precedent there.
Yeah, they have. That could be a thing.
No, I don't. They need to do something for each color. They've got red down pat. They're getting green down pat for what its color identity is. Black is the color that does. I will definitely agree with you that black is the color currently that needs the most help. Outside of they printed a handful of bombs like Shieldred, but outside of that, there's a lot of black is
a lot of people
behind.
Disagree with you just because 2 of the top decks are Rakdos Scam and Living End, which are kind of depend on grief.
They depend on grief. That's one card. That's very specific.
It is.
And
specifically,
that
but
card,
as far as the black removal, when we were growing up, black was the removal color.
Yeah.
And
black removal is shit.
Black removal is shit. And the problem is everything else has gotten better. Red has gotten this away. I tell you, the one thing that they've given
Red's out of hand.
Is
really.
they more and more, John. They are starting to. I saw in the last set there was there's a thing that just kills an enchantment, kills a I think it's kind of clunky or expensive or whatever,
right.
But they're getting more and more into the idea that black can kill enchantments now.
Right.
So I think that what would be cool is we're gonna see the 2 mana kill spell from black that kills a creature or enchantment with a minimal drawback, and I think that's where they can give us some help.
Yeah. Well, the card advantage does need a little bit of help as well, because it's especially so they printed a black card. It's a really good black card to help black, but that black card kind of shits on any kind of card advantage that black already has, unless they start leaning into, and they have in recent years, but the cards aren't good enough to be played. They've done the thing where it's there's one in the new set that's actually decent, where it's look so many, and then, but it's still drawing.
You know what this is what they need to do, John. I've been calling for it with these Modern Horizon sets. What's the old black one mana black card, like each player?
Innocent Blood.
Yeah, Innocent Blood.
Yeah.
So remember when I was calling, like when Fatal Push was printed, I was calling just for Disfigure. Like, give me Disfigure.
Right.
And they give me Fatal Push. So let's, like, how about 1 black mana? You choose one. Each player sacks a creature, or each player sacks an enchantment. That could be a card.
Well, it could be.
Oh my god, that could be a card.
I feel like, so with the Shieldred's Edict, I think they had the right idea, because edicts are bad now.
Yeah, it just doesn't, that one doesn't hit enchantments.
It doesn't hit enchantments, but the thing that's just sack a creature, they could sack a token, and that's dog shit. Like, now there's enough tokens running around. That's the thing that card got right, is to separate tokens and creatures. Non-token creatures. And
not to mention Planeswalkers, which that gave black an answer to Renin 6, which it previously did not really have.
Yeah. Here's a Strangleroot down. This is showing the
you had to play
face beam
bad
side
stuff like
of
Blood
Yawgmoth.
Chief's Thirst, which is kind of a dog shit card.
I don't think it is.
It's not a very good card, John.
I think it's
Sorcery
fine.
Speed removal is just never good.
I think
it's
it's fine.
good.
I don't think it's that bad.
It's pretty bad.
I don't think it's that bad. I'll fight about that. I don't think that card's that bad. I think in the
it
right
costs 4
build,
mana to kill Little Teferi with that card. 4 mana.
Sure, but it kills a bunch of other shit from 1 mana.
I don't care about any of that. All I care about is like, how am I answering my problems? Because all the other shit that it kills, I can kill with other stuff. Like, I needed answers for specific things.
I know.
And I don't want to pay 4 mana for anything in Modern, honestly.
Well, no, nobody does.
Okay, what's he got here?
Gonna take that grist.
Man, he's kind of awkward with his hands so far. Who got game 1?
John did.
We were chatterboxing. I missed it.
Yeah, he scooped up to the.
Yeah, like the Yawgmoth deck without like mana accelerants is kind of rough, you know.
Yeah, then it becomes just kind of an aggressive.
But he's got the best one,
but not
Wall of Roots. Did Wall of Roots get taken? No, he took.
He took the grist, which I think is appropriate, because that just creates a whole sub theme that you have to deal with, and you don't want to have to do that. 1 mana for a grist out of the hand it's a super awesome.
I think he just wanted to get the Undying creature out there because it represents a 2-for-1. Whereas if it gets trapped in hand with the hand disruption,
it's the other. What makes Yawgmoth cool as a deck is it's a combo deck, or it's just I'm going to beat your fucking face in deck. And Strangleroot Geist is great as a card. Like, it's a very honestly just solid little card because it's exactly what it is. So he gets to put on pressure. He gets some mana ramp now. Oh, he's put on all kinds of pressure now.
Okay. Oh yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and removals. Your removal's not going to get you out of this.
Yeah, this is especially Jund removal, where you're going to kill this thing and not exile it. Yeah, that's a big deal. These things present a very, very real clock. All right, we got black and red, black and black. What are we doing?
Yeah, is this a... Okay. Wait. Huh?
He get Yawgmoth on Tom's side.
Okay. That's fortunate for John.
Yeah, very fortunate for sure.
These cards aren't free, folks.
Yeah. No, they are not. They are not. The same thing for Urborg, you know.
I noticed they added to the Vintage Cube this go around. It's over now, unfortunately, but they added what's the black version? Urborg.
Urborg.
They added Urborg, and they also added the black red filter land. And I think it was specifically because they also had
we're gonna have a trigger from Blood Artist here.
They had the giant Grixis spell in this time.
Yeah.
And I think it makes it like castable.
Right.
But like if you weren't playing that card or something or like a red.
Are you talking about Cruel Ultimatum?
Cruel Ultimatum.
Yeah. That thing's fucking dirty.
No, I actually
if you can do it.
I got to cast it this Vintage Cube season. It did win me the game.
It's dirty.
It's
if you
dirty
get to do it, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but and in that deck I did have both. I had the Urborg and the red black filter.
Nice. All right, so yeah, John's got to dig out of this one here. We're seeing the aggressive start, the non-combo thing from Tom.
Yeah, I think.
All right,
Yeah, that
Brennan
doesn't do a
6.
whole lot, right?
Get rid of that blood artist. That's
it does
probably
get rid of
worth
the blood
it.
artist.
Yeah, let's do that.
And presumably could gain him some life if Tom was lured into wanting to
I don't
attack it.
think that would feel like Tom.
Yeah, and Tom doesn't actually have good attacks now either. Like Tom actually needs to advance.
Yeah, he had the last turn was good.
Yeah, he can't just start trading bodies for damage at this
He had
point.
one turn of doing that with a blood artist in play. Now that that's gone, he doesn't have much to work with. All right, and he knows that, so we're gonna see.
He's a little behind here. He definitely needs to get more combo pieces. Any of his like tutors would be great.
And so that I really do like that Mishra's research desk in this deck for John, because like now he can get that, and that's a lot of cards. That's a lot of cards for him. Often nothing.
Yeah, but he might want to get some kind of like graveyard hate here, so that
He might.
in the event that because Tom has so many outs.
Yeah.
That he might just be thinking,
That's what's.
Ooh, okay. So this is good timing by Tom here. He's going to take down the token.
That is good.
Artifact.
So
Nice.
that's the funny thing about these kind of decks like Yawgmoth is because they play such a density of mana stuff. Like they do have a lot of like top deck bullshit.
Yeah, like right now
it's like 50-50. It could be
Tom
fire.
has like 12 cards that he could draw right now that would just win him the game on the spot.
And he has 12 that he could draw that will do nothing.
And the only thing that stops that is some kind of graveyard hate, which is why we see John go get this. And yeah, you got to play the odds. You can't just like hope that your opponent doesn't draw one of those 12 cards. The odds are that in the next 3 to 4 turns he's going to draw one of them.
Surprised he is not playing the Stone of Eric. That seems like a good fit.
What is that one?
It's a Lord of the Rings. It's 1 mana, graveyard hate. If a creature would die, exile it instead, and then you can pay 2 mana, sack it to exile a graveyard. Like in this situation, it would be like way ideal.
I think it's just the being able to instant speeds exile a graveyard for
or you can do the same thing.
Mana requirements.
Right. Yeah, for sure. In this situation, the stone would be a little bit better.
No, it would just because he wouldn't be able to do his shenanigans with the dudes.
Okay, here's a grist.
All right. Well, this is
that's a good tide turner.
Draw one of the cards that wins the game. This is a good one to draw.
So now I guess you get rid of this actual threat. We're gonna see.
Ooh,
that's pretty fucking good.
All right.
And turned on by the Yawgmoth. The only way he could do that was because the Yawgmoth was in play.
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's funny.
So Tom's thinking about getting aggro here. He's thinking, if I sacrifice one of these 3/2s, I can get you down to 2.
I mean, that's not nothing.
And then if you don't add to the board next turn, you're just dead.
Yeah, I think he
not
kind of
really, because he's going to be able to kill.
He's going to start making constructs.
With the Ren and 6, he's going to be able to kill one of the 1 toughness thing. Oh, that's a 2/2 now.
But if you don't act,
yeah. So he grew.
He's just giving it up.
Okay. So Tom gets it. I forgot that that 1 mana green spell did grow the Bowmasters.
Yeah.
Gotta be watching out for those card draw spells. I drafted a sweet Bowmasters / it was literally, dude, I had it all. I had all the, if you try to draw cards, I will murder your face.
Yeah.
I
think you told me about that.
I had Bowmaster. I had Shieldred. I had the Planeswalker, the Narset.
Yeah.
And I had my own draw 7s. So, like, it was...
Nice.
Can I get one of those?
Yep. This last one. It's all you. This is a good back and forth here. It's a good game.
Yeah, I like it when it doesn't just end. No further sideboarding. Do another little mic test here. Okay, this is a take action mic test. If any listeners are hearing any bad feedback, please let me know ASAP. Just noting the times here. I'm going to check this out, get the sound quality tip top for the future here.
Yeah. Wish I got to get a hold of Jordan too. We're going to have this shit. There's going to be some upgrades to this whole shebang this year.
Yeah, between this and our movie podcast, which if you like film and you haven't checked it out, definitely check out Fuck This Movie. We're trying to bring you 2 episodes a month. It's not always happening, but we're at least bringing you 3 every 2 months. So
yeah, definitely, it's a good time.
It is a good time.
All right.
This next episode is about a film called 44-Inch Chest, which is it sounds like it'd be a movie about a chick with big tits, but it isn't.
It's not. It's about a bunch of angry Irishmen or Englishmen.
They're Irish. They're Irish. I think they're
okay.
Irish. Yeah.
On Irish.
Maybe they're English. Maybe they
I think
are.
some of them are English.
I don't know.
I mean, it's like the same continent.
Yeah, it is the same thing.
It's the same continent.
Some European guy, gentlemen.
Some European dudes that live on an island that like to drink.
Yeah. Yep. Indeed. They're pissed off.
Yeah. Good fucking film, though.
It was a good film.
Good film. Hilarious, just like the nonchalance.
Peanut, like, did you rewatch it?
I started to. I got to do the full rewatch.
Yeah, I kind of did. I did a, like, listen to it while I was working. Yeah. I'm going to do a full rewatch with Molly. Dude, the Peanut character, Mr. Hurt, is awesome in it.
The epilogue bit at the end.
Yeah.
His epilogue performance was like...
Oh, yeah.
So
after the credits?
So searing. God damn, that performance was solid. All right, got to run a 6 down, buying back some lanes.
I like how he's like, I'm very upset about this.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. It's the whole time. His character was just...
men with fun. Men.
All right, Wall of Roots down. Wall of Roots is definitely quietly one of the most important cards for this deck, I've always said.
Oh, yeah, no. It just does everything. It gives you mana on both sides, which this deck actually uses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wall of Root's always been a solid card. It doesn't go in every green deck, but it's perfect in this one. It gives you everything you need.
Fucking amazing.
Buys you time and gives you mana on both sides, which is exactly what you want. The best card in the deck is still Grist. I feel like...
it really, really needed Grist to really cement its power level in the meta right now. Without Grist, it wouldn't... without Grist, it'd be a good deck, but it would just... its numbers wouldn't be as consistent.
How about Grist this, John? I was playing Vintage Cube the other day, and it took me forever. I killed my opponent's Grist, and I had Reanimate, so I was able to reanimate my opponent's Grist.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
He spent a removal spell to kill his own Grist. I had Animate dead, and I'm looking at it, and I almost did it, but I'm like, that doesn't work. Because it says enchant creature, and the second that it enters, it's no longer a creature, and then it dies.
The fact you can reanimate is fucking hilarious.
No, it's fucking crazy.
All right, we got Termaggoyf down. I'm about to play Termaggoyf in my deck. It's going to feel good. I haven't played Termaggoyf in like fucking 6 years. It's going to feel awesome.
It's not a shitty card, John.
It is what it is.
It's not a shitty card.
It's not the $150, $200 it used to be, which is fucking crazy.
No, what is it, like $12?
It was $10.
Yeah, it's 12. I was like trying to be a dick. What is it, $12? Thinking it's gonna be like 20, but no, it's 10.
Yeah, it's 10 fucking.
I overshot.
$10 Termaggoyf, folks. For you fucking youngins out there, that doesn't mean anything. For us that have been in it for a minute, that card used to be hundreds of dollars. Shit is crazy how it shifts.
Yeah, Tom Books messaged me today and asked me if I'd gotten rings yet. And I'm like, I'm not getting rings, dude. Like, I'm too old for rings. Like, that's not that. Like, I don't own monkeys. I don't own rings. Like, I'm not buying into $100 cards.
Monkeys are even like getting they're chipping down too.
Are they? Yeah. I might get monkeys.
They're like 30-ish.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Well, so it's $120 for a playset of monkeys. That's
reasonable. Yeah, they're chipping down.
That does sound okay.
Down. All right, you got a Young Wolf. We've got Tom needs to assemble some combo stuff here. Shadow Spear on a Termaggoyf. That's pretty good. All right, here's a Bowmaster. Give him a dude. Yeah, it feels super subpar.
Yeah.
And he says, nope, fuck you. Unholy heat.
Is that what that was? I thought it was a gut shot. I wouldn't know from that art.
We don't know from any arts anymore, man. Shit's crazy out here.
I like it when things like Monkey make people like mono white decks and shit start putting gut shots in their deck,
Right.
in their sideboard and
So
stuff.
I have the natural predator of monkeys. It's Raven Inspector.
Snakes? Oh.
You got monkeys? I got Raven Inspector.
That was the whole Simpsons thing where it's like,
yeah. No,
they bring in the thing to get rid of the
state,
snakes.
That's the state of magic. It's been the state of magic for 3 years. We're just gonna keep printing power and more power to chase out the other
I love
power.
their solution. That is like, well, then we bring in the gorillas to get rid of them, and like they don't have a gorilla problem. Like, yeah, but that's the sweet spot is when winter comes, they'll freeze to death.
All right, we got a grist. Gonna kill that Termagoyf. I gotta think, yeah, Termagoyf. Now he's gonna go for the run and 6.
I think that's enough testing for tonight, John.
I think it is. I think
like 3-4 minute spots throughout the night.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I can check and make sure the quality is all good. We'll be good to go for our podcast next week.
Wednesday night, 8:30.
Continue bringing you brilliant coverage on Fridays.
Brilliant. We do provide brilliant coverage.
And not to mention those
say so.
extracurricular Saturdays when we have invitationals, we will bring you some stuff, and we might have other Saturday tournaments in the future. See how it goes. All right. So this land represents a power and toughness for Tarmogoyf, so there's no reason not to fetch here.
I want to see what Tom needs. Some real pressure here. He's going to have chumps for days here, but that Shadow Spear makes that not mean anything. Let's see what he's got. Does he have a Force of Vigor in hand?
And that Cruel Ultimatum deck, I had this card too, John. That was really good.
That's why I want to do my black.
card's
That's
fucking
why
gross.
I want to do my black-red discard deck again. I didn't have that guy back then.
Troxa's pretty good.
That shit's going to be good, dude.
Probably have some filter land, at least a filter land in there.
Oh, I did before. I will again.
Yeah.
I miss playing
The
Lily.
black
dude.
red filter makes that card very castable.
I miss playing Lily. God, I miss playing Lily. In the equip. Here's a moment when we determine if Tom's got the Force of Vigor, which I don't think he does.
He doesn't, but he's not out of this right now.
He's not out of
either.
it.
He's also got a spare grist to get rid of this thing, which is
Oh, okay.
pretty.
That's good. Just
pretty
a
on
Bowmasters, though, like...
A land off the top would be great for Tom
So,
because then he can Bowmaster and sack the token to.
But let's look at John's hand. He's got Terminate, Push, and Unholy Heat.
Yeah,
just
that's
chilling.
fine. He's got answers, but like they aren't good answers to this deck.
Yeah, but Tom's... I don't know. They're in a weird spot right now. This game, I think, is like
Delirium,
level.
so Unholy Heat does kill
Yeah.
everything in Tom's deck.
I think this game is just even at the moment.
It is even. It is very much even. I
No,
think
it was
land
Bolts,
off
not
the
Unholy Heat. It was Bolts. But
Oh, okay, that's not as good. So that means that Tom has some draws that make it really tight for John. I actually think still land off the top is very good for Tom. Actually, he didn't even need land, right? Because he can just do this. I forgot about this. So now he's going to be able to sack the token that he makes to the second grist and get rid of the Tarmogoyf.
we're going to see a push here.
Yeah, and he didn't care about that. Like,
No,
all he really wanted was a token in play for sack fodder. He did get the fifth land anyway. And yeah, it's just an easy I sack this and kill that.
It is. He needs the pressure though. He needs to get something else
like
going
I think it's
on.
fine though because he's actually run the Saga deck out of resources, and unless he draws Urza's Saga soon, John's kind of running on empty. These bolts and fatal pushes don't do a lot against this deck.
I would have put that on the grist.
That would have made a lot of sense.
I would have
especially
taken
your
that
life
one.
total's not
I would
too
take
dire.
that one until you were at 1.
Oh my god, yeah.
Why would you take 1? Or
Now,
why
now
would
he's going
you
to be
spend a
facing an
spell?
army of unless he has something in hand that he's
He's
gonna
got to
deal-
terminate. Why would you spend that? Like, why would you spend
Yeah.
that bolt on a fucking Yawgmoth,
That
John?
was a little interesting.
What are you doing? Okay. Well, he can mop up the grist with that.
Mop
at
up
least.
the grist. You can mop
Definitely
up.
do
you can
that.
mop up both threats. Honestly, right now.
Well, keep the
it's gonna cost
terminate.
it's going to cost you your whole hand.
Keep the terminate, but mop up the grist. You can't let him go.
Right? Yeah. Your life total's high enough.
Yeah, you cannot let that grist go because that's just going to become a problem. Like that has to get off.
You will die to an army of 1/1s, and that is the thing I love about grist. I'm a sucker for. I used to Vintage Cube. I used to be all about like Grixis decks, like Grixis control decks. But this past season, I was very much on Sultai decks, and it's like I love the whole like grist, Oko.
Oh yeah, it's just gross, dude. It's good.
You can make some really gross control decks between those two planes.
Dude, when you add green to blue, adding green to blue.
John, I beat this
real
reanimator deck
good.
that reanimated so many things.
Oh,
like my
and he gets to just
Okos.
jam a Croxa. That's fucking good.
Okay, well that is a good card.
And he gets to equip it with Shadow Spear next turn. So that's pretty fucking good.
If you get to untap with it and they don't have an answer,
All right, this is
good.
it. I don't think Tom has an answer.
Tom doesn't now.
If he top decks like the best card in his deck isn't going to answer this.
Well, it draws him into things that could be. That's the thing about the best card in his deck, and he did not draw it. I could tell.
Is that a Beseiju? I think it might be.
I think it's another Beseiju.
I mean, so that stops John from just like really outpacing him?
It gets rid of the
Shadow
artifact,
Spear, yeah.
which is not even that good.
No, it really shuts him out.
He's gonna go to 4 this turn, or he's just gonna block, I guess.
That's the thing. Like if he didn't draw the Beseiju, it would be like the most damning thing for sure. Like he would be way out of
He's
this.
taking it all, so he's taking 6 plus the. Was there no activation?
No, he blew it up. He blew up the Shadow Spear.
But okay, so this is before combat.
Yeah,
okay.
This is on attack trigger. Yeah.
Well, he just took a bunch of damage, so
he discarded the card. He always makes you lose 3 life.
Okay. What did he? Oh, he discarded the wall roots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Croxa always makes you lose life. Like if he would have been able to.
Not if you just discard a non-land.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
I
no. Getting rid of that Shadow Spear is huge because that was like absolute irrevocable death for him to not get rid of that Shadow Spear. And it's still not good because he's still losing 3 life a turn.
Yeah, he's just okay.
He's gonna lose 3 life every turn.
Yeah, I mean,
that's where that dude Croxa is fucking sweet.
And it's almost like we're to the point now where there's no answer to Croxa, right? Like he can just bring it back. Okay, Tom's like not very alive.
No, he's not.
He needs to actually have the tools to combo off this next turn, or he is fucked.
And he's not. He doesn't have it. Yeah. This Croxa late is just...
One thing you need is some amount of life to be able to combo off.
But it's a Mandork.
But yeah, I bet it's a Birds of Paradise or some shit.
Oh yeah, no. Ooh, those draws.
All right, John Parker doing his work.
John.
You know what? He's earned the right to stay at this table, John.
Yep, for sure.
We will see him again in round 3. Trifecta. Busy night at the main table for John Parker. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah.